morning, ma'am. I am Rachel May Morales, ma'am, and I'll be your student nurse for today. May I check your wristband, ma'am? Can you please state your full name, ma'am, and your date of birth?
Name and birth September 24, 2004.
Assess the client's need and explain to the client what they are going to do, why is it necessary, and how she can cooperate. So today, ma'am, I am going to move you up in bed, ma'am, and I'm going to need your full cooperation, ma'am. Is that okay with you, ma'am?
Okay.
Okay, ma'am, thank you. And then, wash your hands and observe other appropriate infection control procedures. And then, provide for client privacy. Adjust the head of the bed to a flat position, and then adjust the head of the bed to a flat position or as low as client can tolerate. And then, raise the bed to the height of your center of gravity. And then, lock the wheels and raise the rail on the side of the bed opposite you. Remove all pillows and place one against the head of the bed. And then, let's insert a pull sheet. So we have here an alternative to our pull sheet. Can you face them? And then, ask the client to flex the hips and knees and then position the feet. Can you bend your knees, ma'am? Okay, thank you. And then, ask the client again to grasp the head of the bed with both hands and then pull during the move. Can you hold this, ma'am? With your both hands. This one. Okay, thank you. I count of 3, ma'am. We'll pull you, ma'am. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Okay, very good. Or raise the upper part of the body on the elbows and push with arms and forearms during the move. And then position yourself appropriately and move the client. So we're going to raise the side rail. Face the direction of the movement and assume a broad stance with foot nearest the bed behind the forward foot. And then lean your trunk forward from the hips, flex hips, knees, and ankles. And then place your near arm under the client's thighs. Tighten your gluteal, abdominal, leg, and arm muscles and rock from the back leg to the front leg and back again. And then shift your weight to the front leg as the client pushes with the heels and pulls with the arms so that the client moves toward the head of the bed. Okay, ma'am, so at the count of 3, I will now push you, ma'am. 1, 2, 3. And then ensure client comfort. And then elevate the head of the bed and provide appropriate support devices for the client's new position. Do you want me to get something for you, ma'am?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Now, ma'am, I am going to turn you, ma'am, in a sideline position or in a lateral position, ma'am. Is that okay with you, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. But before we get started, ma'am, I'm just going to get some pillows and then wash my hands. Okay, ma'am. Now I'm back, ma'am. Position yourself and the client appropriately before performing the move. And then move the client closer to the side of the bed, opposite to the side the client will face when turned. And then use a pull sheet beneath the client's trunk and thighs to pull the client to the side of the bed. But first, let's lower the side rail. Roll up the sheet as close as possible to the client's body. And then pull the client to the side of the bed. Okay, ma'am, so I will now move you, ma'am, closer to me. The count of 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then adjust the client's head and reposition the legs appropriately. While standing at the side of the bed nearest the client, place client's arm across the chest. And then abduct the client's shoulder slightly from the side of the body and then externally rotate the shoulder. After that, place the client's near ankle and foot across the far ankle and foot. And then raise the side rail next to the client before going to the other side of the bed. Position yourself on the side of the bed toward which the client will turn, directly in line with the client's waistline and as close to the bed as possible. And then lean your trunk forward from the hips and then flex your hips, knees, and ankles. Assume a broad stance with one foot forward and weight placed on the forward foot. And now, let's pull or roll the client toward us to the lateral position. Place one hand on the client's far hip and the other hand on the client's far shoulder. Tighten your gluteal, abdominal, legs, and arm muscles and roll the client onto the side of the body to face you. But first, let's lower the side rail. Okay, ma'am, I will now move you, ma'am, on side-like position in count of 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, further. Position the client on her side with arms and leg positioned and supported properly. So we're going to place some pillows to provide client comfort. hand for her arms. Hold one of our arms. And then, lastly, for her legs and thighs. Okay, ma'am, so do you want me to get something else for you, ma'am? Okay, ma'am, so thank you very much, ma'am, for your cooperation. Now, we're going to turn the client in a prone position. So the only thing that differs prone position to a lateral position are that instead of abducting the client forearm, keep the client to roll over and roll the client completely onto the abdomen. Now, ma'am, we're going to turn him up in a prone position. Is that okay with you, ma'am? Okay, ma'am, so I'm going to need your full cooperation again, ma'am. Is that okay with you, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay, ma'am, thank you. Thank you very much, ma'am, for your full cooperation. For our documentation for moving the client up in bed, turning the client in a lateral and prone position, document all relevant information. And record the following: time and change of position moved from, and position moved to. Any signs of pressure areas, use of supported devices, ability of client in moving and turning, and lastly, response of client to moving and turning, which includes anxiety, dizziness, and discomfort.
Come in.
Good morning, ma'am. I am Rachel May Morales, ma'am, and I will be your student nurse for today. May I check your wristband, ma'am? Can you please state your full name, ma'am, and your date of birth?
Including Edward Jones, December 24, 2018.
Okay, ma'am. Sounds good. Assess the client's need, plan modification of usual procedure, and discuss plan with the client. Okay, ma'am. So today, ma'am, I am going to transfer into the wheelchair, ma'am, so that we can go outside and have some fresh air, ma'am. Is that okay with you, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Before we get started, ma'am, I'm just going to wash my hands, ma'am, and I'll be right back. After that, position client in supine position and raise head part of bed slowly so that the client is in a sitting position. And then lower the bed so that the client's feet will touch or be near the floor, and then let's lower the side rail. And then swing the client's leg over the side of the bed while swiveling client's body to achieve a sitting position. And then let's remove the top sheet. Allow client to sit for a few minutes to prevent lightheadedness or orthostatic hypotension. And then angle wheelchair to bed on client's stronger side. And then lock or brace bed and wheelchair. And then let's use some gate belt. And then put client's hands on your shoulders and keep feet slightly apart. And don't allow the client to hold you above the neck. Straddle client's knees with your own, providing a wide stance while bending your knees. And then straighten your knees, lifting client to a standing position. 1, 2, 3. And then stay close to client and pivot client to the chair. Place client's hand on armrest. And then lower client to sit. Be sure client's buttocks are positioned and back of seat comfortably. So now we're going to demonstrate how to transfer client from wheelchair to commode. So first, place commode at the client's stronger side at right angle to chair. And then lock chair and commode. Next, face clients and bend your hips and knees with a wide stance, straddling the client's knees. Grasp client at waist. Next, straighten your knees, lifting client to a standing position. At a count of 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then pivot client to commode. And then place client's hand on armrest and lower client to seat. And be sure client's buttocks are well positioned in back seat comfortably. For our documentation, record on Cardex, time planned for the activity, type of activity, best method and aids used, and then client's ability to participate. And after that, record on client's chart, activity carried out, time of activity and client's response.